Hello everyone, it's Saphira. Today I thought it might be fun to answer some of the get to know me tag questions so that you can all find out a little bit more about me. Question 1. What is your middle name? My full name is Saphira Juliana Van Doorn. It's quite long and it's quite unique, but I've always really liked my name. Sometimes it's a bit hard for people to spell or pronounce, but I don't really mind. I'm just really happy to have a name that I think is nice. Question 2. How tall are you? I'm 5'8" or 173 centimetres, so that's tall in England and very tall in Japan. My height is mostly in my legs, so sometimes people get a bit surprised when I stand up. Question 3. How many countries have you visited? I counted before, and excluding England and Japan, which I've lived in, I've visited 12 countries. They're all in Europe or in Asia. I haven't been any other places yet. I haven't been to the USA. I'd like to go maybe to Hawaii next, I think. It seems like quite a convenient place to go with the baby because they're used to having Japanese tourists, so I think we'll find a lot of the same things that we find in Japan, but it will be really lovely and sunny with nice beaches, so that might be fun. Otherwise, I've got plans to go back to England in September for my friend's wedding, and I was thinking maybe I could take a trip with my family somewhere, like to the Lake District maybe. I'm a fan of Beatrix Potter, but I've never been to the Lake District. That's where she lived. So I'd like to go and see what it's like there. I'm sure it must be very beautiful. Question 4. Tea or coffee? Definitely tea. Definitely tea. I love tea. People give me tea quite often as a present and I'm always very happy with it. I like all sorts of tea, green tea, white tea, all sorts. Chai tea. But best of all, I think I just like ordinary English tea with a bit of milk in it. I do drink coffee sometimes actually, if I'm really desperate for a hot drink and there's nothing else available, but otherwise I only drink tea. Question 5. What have you named your children? My son's name is Lawrence Seiji, so Lawrence is his first name and Seiji is his middle name, and he also has my surname Van Doorn as one of his middle names. Lawrence is spelt the Dutch way, like L-A-U-R-E-N-S. I chose that spelling because I think it's the prettiest way to spell Lawrence, and also I thought it might save a little bit of space since he's got quite a long name. If he has to fill out forms, it's good to have a little bit of extra space, as I found out myself with my name. Seiji my husband came up with. We were really struggling to find a Japanese name that we liked for a boy, or for a girl as well actually, come to think of it. I wanted him to have a Japanese name as well as an English name, or rather European name I guess, as it's the Dutch spelling, because I don't really know what he wants to do in the future, and I thought it just might be good. He can choose either name when he's older, which one he wants to use, although we call him Lawrence mostly. My cat's name is Clovis, C-L-O-V-I-S. He's named after Clovis in the Saki books, if you've read those. Actually, he's nothing like Clovis in the books, but it seemed to suit him anyway. He's a very handsome ginger cat. I had a budgie. I know this is about children, but I thought pets kind of count as well. I had a budgie who passed away unfortunately last year. His name was Baron. He's named after Prince Baron in Flash Gordon. I like naming pets. If you need help naming a pet, tell me which pet you want to name and what its personality is, and I can come up with a name for you, and I'm sure you'll like it. Question 6. What is your favourite book? Well, I don't think I could pick just one book as my favourite. I like Dickens, I like Sherlock Holmes, I like all those classic children's novels like Anne of Green Gables and Little Women and the Katie books, A Little Princess. I like the Narnia books. I don't really read that many modern writers. that is to say recent modern writers, because Narnia is pretty recent, I mean pretty modern. So if you have any recommendations for me of books by modern writers, then please let me know if there's anything you think I might like, because I think I ought to try and broaden my scope a bit. Although I don't know when I'll ever have time to read books again with Lawrence, but I can hope. Question 7. Who are some of your favourite YouTubers? Oh, I like ClutterBug. She's really funny and personable. I like her a lot. I always like her stories at the end of her videos. I also watch Do It on a Dime, Emily Norris, VasseurBeauty. I like all those kind of mum type of channels. I like those. Or I'll list them below so you can check them out if you're interested, although they're all quite famous ones, so you've probably already heard of them. Question 8. Are you single or taken? I'm very happily married, and I have been for a few years now. We got married in Japan on paper, and then a year later we had our wedding ceremony in England. But I can't quite remember which year it was because I'm really bad at remembering years. But I remember the date, which was the 21st of June, midsummer. Question 9. Do you speak any different languages, and how well? My native language is English, and I also speak Japanese fairly well, I suppose. I speak a little bit of French. I played a French lady in a television drama here in Japan, but yeah, I can't actually speak French. I just memorised the script, and I had a friend who could speak French help me with it. Sometimes people who've seen that drama come up to me in the street and start speaking to me in French. I mean Japanese people, because I think French people who watch that can tell I can't speak French. But yeah, when that happens, I panic a bit. I don't expect them to speak French to me, and maybe I could answer if I was expecting it, but the shock makes me not really understand anything. Question 10. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would say simple, retro, and cute. I wear a mixture of vintage clothing, high street clothing, fast fashion, and Japanese brands like Jane Marple and Innocent World. So I guess those 3 adjectives would pretty much cover it. That's all the questions I'll be answering for today. If you have any more for me, please leave them in the comments below, and maybe I can make another question and answer video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next Friday.